All right. Yeah, and that's prophecy, man. That's prophecy. And that's because the whole world is out of course, taking them out of order, man. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, because the Lord set up an order, man, and once the order, once Eve went off on the order, that brought in the curses and everything, man. And her going to the serpent is the same thing as her going to Esau, you know. But this is the order according to the Bible. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Yahweh Shai. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. The ordinances mean the laws. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man. See, the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, which is so-called Jesus Christ. The head of the woman is the man, right? So we're supposed to be following what Yahweh Shai say, and the women's supposed to be following what we say. The head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High Yahweh, and Yahweh gave Yahweh Shai what to do, and it's passed down to us, man. That's the order, man. This First Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. It says, I'm sorry, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. This is how women's supposed to learn. Women's supposed to have a husband and be learning in silence with all subjection unto their husband, man. But I suffer not a woman to teach, right? So she already going off, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. Back to that order. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Right, Adam just followed up behind Eve, you know. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith. Right, so the way the women gonna be saved is by having children by the prophets. But you know, not all women gonna have children, you know. But it's still an order to things, man. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith. Right, she don't have to continue in the faith, man. Because you got elect women out here, man. It says, and charity and holiness with sobriety. I should have started a little further up. This back at 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9, it says, in like manner also the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, going to what she was saying at the end, man. You know, women are out here half naked, if not naked. Modest apparel, that's the whole, that's what they're supposed to be covered up, man. You ain't supposed to be out here seeing these women curves and everything, man. Now they got the titties out and the ass below the shorts and shit. Like men are also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. That's why guys be getting into it. See, this world is out of control, man. It's stupid. Is retarded. You getting into it with somebody because they looking at your woman, but your woman is out here naked, and that's retarded. You putting yourself in that. As she said, you putting yourself in that situation, and you letting her put you in that situation because she's running the things, man. Guys don't have the strength to just walk away from the relationship, man. It says, in like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. Ain't no shamefaced woman out here, man. They all proud and think they know everything, man. They're always talking shit. Not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Right? And that's all the jewelry and everything, man. And the way they get their hair did, man. These women in all these weaves and stuff, man. But which becometh woman professing godliness and good works. And there really aren't too many godly women out here. As time get worse, you're going to start to see a lot more women come in, man. Or a lot more women fall under line, especially when the spiritual powers come. Because in actuality, we are their savior, man. Might be some women that get saved without having a man, but for the most part, us men are the women's saviors. Sorry, bear with me. All right, this First Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Who's adorning, let it not be the outward adorning. That's the women. Women are seeking attention. That's why so many hoes out here and all this naked, these women being naked on these platforms and being lifted up into these positions. And even Esau and, everybody know that in order for women to get lifted up in the position, they have to be whores and sluts and have to do things, sexual things in order to keep those positions and be in those positions, man. And still the woman wants to be in those positions, so she does them. And everybody knows this, but don't no man stand up and say nothing, man. It says, 1 Peter 3 and 3, whose adorning let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting the hair, of wearing of gold, or of putting on apparel, right? Because all these women got low self-esteem, so that's what they do, man. They think that them dressing up the way they dress up is a good thing, man. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, right? And the nigga woman, especially the nigga woman, always talking shit. And it's all in this tribe, all the tribes too. Always they not humble at all, man. And ain't nothing quiet about them, man. Which is in the sight of the Most High of great price, so they already going off. There's gonna be more women to be put to death than men, man. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in the Most High, which all of them think themselves to be some type of holy woman, adorned themselves being in subjection unto their own husbands, right? And they always got that saying, well, if he man enough, I'll listen to him. Women are wicked, man. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, even the women that's trying to get on the comment board causing problems, man. They don't believe in the scriptures. Women don't really believe in these scriptures, man. Women of this time need somebody to rule over them to keep them in line, man. You know? Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands dwell with them according to knowledge. And that's why everything's all fucked up, man, because these niggas are stupid. The men of the nation are stupid, man. You know? Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, right? Because she's the weaker vessel. She don't have the Lord. Job said the Lord impart to her understanding. So we got to help connect the rest of the dots as men. Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered, right? So y'all have to be one, man. So y'all prayers won't be hindered, man. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. And that's why all these movements coming out with this alpha male strategies and dating and everything, because they know that the women are serpents. Even the men are serpents too, man. But the women are serpents, man. And it's hard to dwell with them, you know. And like mine, man. It's hard to have compassion on them because they always fucking up some stuff, man. And they always lying. But that was the curse. That was the curse from the Lord behind what we did, man. Because we went off and we are looked at as the Lord's woman. The Lord made our women go off. It says, verse 9, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are unto called that ye should inherit a blessing. Alright. We go to this next precept. This is Job chapter 39. Job chapter 39, verse 17, because the Most High have deprived her of her wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Right, so this is the spirit of a woman. The Lord hath deprived her of her wisdom, and neither hath he imparted to her understanding. That's why the man is the head of the household. That's why the man has to step up as the head of the household and dwell with the woman according to knowledge, because she doesn't have any understanding, man. And you have to be skillful with that, because they'll use that against you. They'll act like they ain't got understanding, but you don't have understanding. This next precept is Sirach chapter 25. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right, so if the sin started because of the woman, if men keep following her, they're going to be put to death because of her. That's why it's not good to be following these women and protecting them when they acting out of order, man. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather broad. Right, so you got to have your woman in the house because she already ain't got no understanding, man. I'm going to read that again. Verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. Verse 26, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Right, so if the woman don't want to listen to you, you cut her off, man. Or you're going to eventually be caught up in something that you're not supposed to be caught up in. It's going to lead to your death or something, man. It's going to put you in a situation that you don't want to be in, and it's because of her. And then depending on what type of situation it is or how bad it is, she might even turn her back on you and leave, man. The times we coming in are getting worse and worse. And like she said, the woman gonna come back and need us men, but only the righteous men, not just any man, man. But us righteous men, we're not accepting any type of woman. Give me 1 second. This is Isaiah chapter 13. Verse 14. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Right. All the nations are going back to their own nation. Nationality, people going back to their own nationalities. And those who got, relatives that's in other countries that aren't from America, they're going back over to their land, because eventually there's going to be race riots, man. Or not race riots, it's going to be riots, right? Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So anybody that's holding hands with these white people, when them riots kick off, are going to die, because the Lord going to put the spirit on Jake to snap on Esau. And as you can see, Judah has been starting with Judah, because Judah is the top tribe. Issachar been getting into the Latin tribes with the whole immigration and all of that. That's rousing them up. The Native Americans, what's going on with their land and everything, that's rousing them up. And they all represent 12 tribes of Israel. And then they start to get at the Chinese or Moab, so on and so forth. And all these people know that they have one common enemy, and that's these white people. So when all hell break loose, people just gonna be, killing each other, robbing each other, stealing from each other. It ain't just gonna be Esau, but for the scripture's sake, anybody that's found holding hands with that devil, because the black woman and these Latino women love running to the police and love running to these devils, these white men, for aid and stuff when they get out of line and come up against their husband. They're gonna be put to death. It ain't gonna be no more, we husband, wife, or sister, or whatever the case may be, man. Even if the men get found holding hands with this devil, gonna be put to death, man. Verse 16, it says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Right, so basically your children gonna be killed before your eyes. The houses shall be spoiled. You'll have people running into your house, stealing everything. Remember those thugs that you used to call on the media, news media, to try to down a whole nation? They're eventually gonna turn into thugs and running people's houses, man. But it's gonna be white thugs, it's gonna be Latin thugs, it's gonna be Chinese thugs. It's gonna be all type of crazy stuff going on in that time, man. It says their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Right. These men gonna remember that them women had them tight pants on, or had their titties out with just body painting on, and she had security with her, so the security told you not to touch her, and tried to get tough with you, but she outside naked and whatnot, man. And that's what women deserve, man. Verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. The Medes is the Russians. The Russians don't like American currency, and they've been getting rid of American currency. I'm pretty sure they're just about done with that now. It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. So the bows represents the nuclear missiles. Eventually, the Russians are going to shoot nuclear missiles on this place, And if you're not of the elect, and don't get beamed up in them so-called UFOs that you don't believe in, then you're gonna be hit by nuclear missiles if you're still here. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Right, and the fruit of the womb, talking about the babies that's in the woman's stomach. So the baby that's in the woman's stomach, right along with the woman, are going to be put to death by the nuclear missiles too. The eyes shall not spare children. So that's the judgment that's coming to this place for the wickedness that's going on, man. And without dragging it out any longer, call Allah, Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.